But the veterans were playing. Most teams' quarterbacks played. The Lions were one of the few exceptions where they did not start their starting quarterback. In fact, on offense, the Lions didn't start anybody from their starting unit. None of them on offense. And on defense, you could say that they started one with Terrion Arnold. Ennis Rakestraw got a lot of time. He might see time as a nickel corner. He might start as a nickel corner. But beyond those two defensive backs, we didn't see any starters on defense. And that includes Levi Onwuzurike, which I think is more evidence that this coaching staff believes in Levi Onwuzurike. I will also throw this in there. I think because DJ Reader is unable to practice yet at full speed, that I think that also plays a role in why you're not going to put Onwuzurike in the game. Again, he falls in that category of probably working with the ones last week in the joint practice, doesn't need to play in the first game. But this is the second game, and you don't have the joint practice. Would you play the starters on offense or on defense? Who would you hold out? 248-539-9797 is the telephone number. Obi is next up here on 97 on the ticket. Hey, Obi.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. How are you?
Good. So my philosophy behind it is that you're obviously not going to play any starters in the third preseason game. It's just too close to the season. You don't want anything, crazy to happen there. But I feel like I wouldn't mind maybe a series with the specific starters like J-Mo, Jack Campbell. I'd even maybe throw in Davenport in there, get his body ready, to handle, the rigorous parts of the game. But I wouldn't throw Goff in there. I wouldn't throw St. Brown in there. I wouldn't throw Sewell, like the obvious ones, Zeitler, all these guys. I wouldn't throw them in there. Anzalone.
So you probably wouldn't play anybody in the offensive line.
What's that?
You wouldn't play anybody. I mean, like just looking at the offense, it's more of a case of who you would play as opposed to who you wouldn't play. Because it sounds like you wouldn't play any of the offensive linemen. You wouldn't play Goff. The receivers outside of Jamison Williams, you're not going to play the running back. So really, the only offensive player you'd want to see is Jamison Williams, and very limited.
Yeah, I think just because he hasn't gotten that many reps in game action, I feel like preseason going against maybe twos or threes, I feel like giving him maybe a series or two, him, Davenport, just to get their bodies right, just get a claim to the physicality. Like I said, maybe Jack Campbell, just because I don't know if it's just, he's hidden in the plays and he's kind of just that silent player that's getting the job done, but just I feel like I just need to see more out of Campbell, things like that. Obviously, Arnold and Rakestraw, we saw them. We'll probably see them again, but that's really about it.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it, Obi. Khang, offensively, are there any starters on offense that you'd like to see in the game Saturday afternoon?
No. I'm one of those people that last year I actually wanted to see like Laporta out there. He was scheduled to be like the starting tight end. He was a rookie, though, so I'm like, hey, this guy's got to just at least put on, the pads and go out there and hit an NFL player to see what it's like. Line up against, someone in the NFL, run routes, things like that. They never did that. And obviously, Goff didn't play, and no one played from the offense. And I thought, oh, this might be a mistake, whatever. And it wasn't, clearly. Last year, they went to the NFC title game. So I am all in on believing Campbell and Holmes and deciding them not to do that again, essentially. Don't play the ones on offense. To me, I know what they are. They are elite position. That's our elite side of the ball right there is the offense. I wouldn't risk anyone on the offensive line. I'm not risking any skill position players. Clearly, I'm not risking Jared Goff. It doesn't really do any – it does more bad than good for me. The risk is not worth the reward. So I'm not playing anyone on offense. What about you?
I'm the only player I'm even considering playing at this point is Khalif Raymond.
Really?
The third receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I want to see if Sudfeld's likely to get the majority of the snaps. I don't know if Goff is going to play or not. I prefer they not play Jared Goff. So assuming that he doesn't, and let's assume that Hendon Hooker will be able to play some, I'd like to see Khalif Raymond be the top receiver that they have with a crew of the other guys that they have, with Donovan Peoples-Jones and, whomever, Darius Fountain or whoever the player is, Caden Davis. And because I want to see the competition. We didn't get a big taste of it last week. We had heard in practice that these guys look good, this guy's turning heads, and then it came time for the game and nothing. And I don't think it's all on the players. I think a lot of it had to do with the conditions and then, who you're playing with. But this week, I guess I'd like to see Khalif Raymond.
But what could Khalif do for you, Gator? I mean, this is your guy. I'm not trying to talk you out of seeing your guy. But what I'm asking you the question is, what could Khalif do or not do for you that would change your mind on Khalif Raymond?
Because I need to know that that's the guy who I think is the third receiver. And I'm not sure if he is.
Well, I think we both agree that he's going to make the team no matter what, right? Okay, so this is not fighting for a position spot.
No, he's not fighting for a position. I just want to know I want to make sure that, okay, game situation here. Is this the guy that we want to be our third receiver? Or are one of these other guys going to step up and have, is there a clear separation between him and the rest or not?
I mean, can you get that from a backup quarterback and backup offensive lineman?
That's a great question, and I'm not sure you can.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, you learn more in practice than you do ever in a preseason game. But I guess he's the one guy on offense that I wouldn't mind seeing. I'm not demanding it. I'm not dropping a hammer. He's got to play. But I think that's the only one maybe I can be convinced of that I want to see on offense. Defensively, it gets back to I just want to see it to believe it, and it's Unzarike. Outside of him, do I need to see anybody else? I mean, did we even see Rodriguez play in the game last week?
God, I don't even remember it.
I don't think he did.
I didn't look back at the snap count, but if he did play, it was not memorable. He might not have played. I'd have to look back at it.
So, I mean, on the defensive side.
Yeah, I'm with you on Levi. I don't know if he's all of a sudden become untouchable, but I think you need to see him. Okay, he's healthy. Can he stay healthy in a real game? I know, if it's against number twos, those are still big dudes, strong, fast dudes on the other side. Let's see if he can hold up, right, in a preseason game.
Yeah, not only hold up, but is he going to dominate? Because if he's, quote, one of the best, then let's see him play.